Hey there guys! So today I have decided that I want to remove all of that gray from the background so that I don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's just what I'm going to be doing today. So the purpose for this gray is it's a neutral color that's not going to be on any furniture or trees or characters or creatures, and this gray is only going to be used for things like rock or like ground tiles or wall tiles, you know? It's like a neutral color that won't draw the eyes, that won't distract the player, and it's a color that nothing else in the game is, you know? Oh, as a bonus, something else that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you a piece of art that I made for my digital illustration class. Let's see here. Just a little bit. I was working on hands and human faces. This is Koro, probably 5 or 6 years older than she is in the events of the game. Still wearing that same armor. You'll get to meet her later. She's a cool character. I'll tell you more about her when I'm working on her art. But, yeah. All of these characters are really near and dear to my heart. I care about them all a lot. They're basically my my pet project, you know? I used to want to be, like, an author. I've made several attempts at, writing books, but I'm afraid that my prose is just not very good. I, like, rip off Jules Verne a lot. Fortunately for me, my art style is a lot more distinctive than my writing style. And I guess if you're watching, fortunate for you as well, I suppose. In probably a couple of episodes, I'll make something from scratch for you without using any of my other sprites as a template, you know? Just so that you can see how I do that. I am probably going to continue to use already existing characters as templates to make other characters, just so that I have, like, cohesive art style, and all of them have, like, the same body proportions and stuff. But, let's see, there we go. I am a college student. Not gonna say which college I go to, but I am majoring in simulation sciences, so that probably narrows it down a bit. And my career goal is to be a game dev. A little bit more context on Radiance, or whatever the game's name is gonna be. The name has been set on Radiance for a while, but, like, it might be subject to change if I find something better. A little bit of context. I've been working on this game on and off for about, like, 10 years? Since I was about, like, a sophomore in, high school. Probably actually earlier than that. I've always loved video games. Even back when it was, like, uncommon for there to be a girl in video games. It's gotten a lot more common now, but it used to be a lot less common. And I've always been a fan of writing stories and creating worlds and characters and stuff. And I think that this is a good way for me to apply myself because I'm a very artistic person, but I'm also fairly left-brained. And game design is like that perfect meld of art and math. Sorry. I don't mind listening to the ads though, because they support CT7's Patreon, I think. I remember hearing that from him. He mentioned something about, like, the ads on his channel supporting him. Because he has such a big role in the game, right, there's gonna be music all game long, and lots of it. CT7 is gonna be on the main title of the game. Like, when I introduce the game, it'll be like, you know, a Magenta Gaming Art Gallery production, written and directed by Devianamagenta, music by CT7, Radiance of Light, you know? Because that's how important he is. I'm really lucky to have found a composer for the game because I'm not great at writing music. I've attempted it several times and some of the attempts were not bad, but most of them were not worth hearing. And I want the music for Radiance to be good, you know? And I think CT7 has really lived up to, like, my hope for what the music would sound like. So I know that this one isn't too interesting, so I will keep talking about the game. It's drawn a lot of inspiration from many different places. I would say one of my favorite games as a kid would have been like the Mario and Zelda series and like the Paper Mario games. The Paper Mario games were like my first real in on RPGs. I also like some of the more modern RPGs like Skyrim and Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls Online, you know, Destiny and Destiny 2. Well, those aren't really RPGs, but I like them anyway. What else? What other games? See, this actually drew some inspiration from a, believe it or not, a mobile game called Dragon Lapis, which is another top-down pixel RPG, and quite possibly one of the best mobile games ever made. I don't say that a lot because I don't play a whole lot of mobile games, but Dragon Lapis is a good game. Drew some inspiration from the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. The animated series was on Nickelodeon when I was a kid. Only ever got to see a few episodes of that, but I think the idea of, like, bending elements kind of stuck. You know? Rewatched it again as an adult just recently, and it was really good. It was just as good as I remembered it being. If not better.